Welcome back aboard USS Cod. I'm Cod President Paul Ferrace, and we have our curator Ben here. Say hello, Ben.
Hello.
Ben is wearing an electric heated vest. Look at that thing. I need to get one of those. Anyway, continuing our series of almost penned, whatever. Yeah, Brian. We're talking about keys. Yeah, keys. If you're a Clevelander, you might remember Mr. Jingling. If you're not a Clevelander, forget about it. And if you have to be an old Clevelander to remember Mr. Jingling, Santa's helper. But anyway, security is very important on fleet submarines. Of course, certainly big security elements involve secret codes and highly secret procedures. But security also means locking things up. And I know at this point in here, Evan is going to insert some amazing stills of some of the keys around the boat. Everything from, the bread locker. You certainly don't want those crewmen to be eating the cinnamon buns that are cooling off for tomorrow. So that's certainly got a lock. Everything from the yeoman's drawers and cabinets had locks. Some of the officers' cabinets had locks. I know today around the boat we certainly have our keys. These are my curator ship director keys, and a little shout out to our friends on the USS Midway for this fine little thing from their gift shop. It's indispensable for me. So if you're on board Midway, pick up a couple of these remove before flight USS Midway things. They come in handy. But that's our civilian keys. Ben, you have your keys, right?
Yeah, I do. Not as big as a key ring as yours, as many keys, but I still have...
Well, I'm a big guy, and I have a lot of important stuff. What do you got on yours?
Well, I got all the main keys that you need for work and curation around the boat.
Curation around the boat. Well, I see you have your Toyota. These are my civilian keys. And Evan, swing those around front of the camera. There's Evan's keys. Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of scrap metal there. Yeah, you also have the keys from the mental institution you escaped. Yeah, okay, good. So we all got keys, but hey, this is a typical Navy World War II key ring. Evan can certainly insert some stills of this. This was something I picked up from a strip ship availability a few years ago. 25 years ago. It's from a surface ship. This is part of the number 1 engine room main unit inspection plates. So this is what this holds. And Ben, what were some of the things? You can read that.
Yep. This green tag is for turbo generator number 1, and the second tag is for generator number 3.
So we know that ain't the cod. And there's a whole bunch of interesting keys, including some interesting round keys that have this little half-moon indentation cut out. If any of you veterans can maybe chime in on the comments and tell us why some keys had these little missing divots here. The rest seem to be normal keys. But yeah, you certainly wanted to lock up a lot of engineering things. Anything on COD get a lock, engineering-wise?
One important thing were the reduction gears in the motor room. Those were very susceptible for people who want to sabotage the boat. Some crew members who are scared to go out throw a screwdriver or maybe a piece of scrap metal into the reduction gear, and it would grind it up, and they'd have to return to port in order to repair it, and for another 6 weeks and delay their deployment. To prevent that, the Navy installed very big sturdy locks, and only one key that'd be locked up in a safe place in the secure key locker.
Secure key locker.
And they'd have supervision if somebody was working on the reduction gears as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was a common occurrence, but there are in fact pictures in the National Archives, engineering close-up photos of our reduction gear. Apparently somewhere along the line it was a problem on COD, and they had to document damage to the reduction gears. That's all we know. We don't have any real paperwork to illuminate what that was all about. But the thing about keys, is that everybody had keys. In fact, Evan's going to include some B-roll of typical deckhand sailor on a submarine. You had these dog collar things. They would hook to their belt loops, and it held their keys. And you know, your status on the boat might be reflected by the number of keys you carried. Certainly, every man on the boat that had a locker put a lock on it. They weren't really worried about their shipmates so much as when you were in port and your boat was being worked over by the yard birds, so they call the civilian ship staff or the yard workers. They might be digging around in places they shouldn't. Of course, on big ships like the aircraft carriers, having your stuff locked up was very important. Because 5,000 guys on a ship or 2,000, 3,000 guys on a ship, you might have a bad apple in there who wants at your stash of Twinkies, or maybe if you were playing poker and you won a big jackpot, maybe he wanted his money back. But so keys, you can't go out shopping without your car keys and your house keys, and on a submarine, you've got plenty of keys. So if any of you veterans have any key stories, please share them with us in the comments. We love to hear and we learn. And remember, hit the like button. It helps the algorithm so we can grow our channel. Hit the subscription and the notification bell, and we'll be back with more pedantic information that I think is really kind of fascinating in the big picture. So, and by the way, I do want to point out, we have a secret key locker on the boat, and it was not open. We couldn't open it until we had a locksmith come. And that's a subject for a future program. The day Cod brought a safe cracker aboard, but he got the key locker open for us, and we were able to discover basically the fact that we have all the keys we need to unlock and get Cod back in operation. And I need to get one of these heated vests because I'm chilly. Anyway, join us again next week. We'll have some more fun stuff. Thanks. You know, this one key, what the heck does that say? Oh my God. USS New Jersey Nuclear Weapons Storage Locker Access Key. We're not going to tell Ryan about that. We're going to keep this one. Yeah. Definitely we're keeping this one. Nukes. We got a nuke key too. All right.